Hello and welcome. This is a 10-minute flow. In your own time, come to find the mat with me. We're going to start on all fours position. Hands directly underneath the shoulders, knees directly underneath the hips. We're going to start to mobilize through the spine here and through the hips and the shoulders and draw circles. We can start off small, rocking out over the wrists and back into the hips. Beautiful. Slowly come to take those circular rotations in the opposite direction. Glorious. Finding our way through the center, I'm going to take the awareness to the right leg. I'm going to come to stretch it back, keeping the knee nice and bent. I want you to think about pointing through the toe, and it's as if the toe is reaching for the opposite shoulder and the heel is reaching towards the opposite glute. Gaze up, inhale. Exhale, knee towards the nose. Inhaling, lift and lengthen and curve. Exhaling, round and release. Inhaling to stretch up. Exhaling to round. Inhaling to lengthen and exhaling to curve. Well done. Inhaling, hold the leg extension. Beautiful. And we're going to come to thread that knee over the left knee. I want you to think about separating through the feet, and we're going to sit back into our shoelace. Now, if this doesn't work for you, we can always find it from a seated position, and I can talk you through that as we move along. But if you're here with me, just walk the fingertips back, and your seat should land somewhere in between your thighs. So we should have the right knee on top of the left. So I'm just going to mirror you here. And if it didn't work out for you finding that transition, just come into an open leg position, one foot and then the other. Well done. Beautiful. Come to stretch the arms. Glorious. And we're going to thread the right arm underneath the left, binding once or twice. Thumbs towards the third eye here, and find a moment just to press into the Ajna chakra right in between the eyebrows. Feeling centered, feeling focused. We're going to come to release the shoulders. So what's going to happen here is I'm going to move the hands away from my face, relax the shoulders down my spine and gaze up for 1, for 2, and for 3. Bringing the thumbs back towards the third eye. We're going to find some seated cats and cow in our shoelace. Inhaling to stretch up. And exhaling, elbows tap on top of the thighs. Inhaling to lengthen. Exhaling to round. Inhaling to breathe deeply in. And exhaling to let go. So these twisted arm variations help us to stretch into the shoulders. And these twisted leg variations help us to stretch into the outer edges of the hip. Glorious. On our next exhale, we're going to come to relax the elbows on top of the thighs and find a little gentle space to rest our head. Now, those of you with a little bit more shoulder flexibility might feel that they can bring the elbows past the knees, but just be aware of how far we go here. So again, just keeping that connection with the body, noticing how we feel. I know for me, I can do this on one side and not the other. So that's absolutely okay. Take a few breaths. And last one. Wonderful. Tuck the chin in and slowly roll up. Inhaling, cactus the arms back, open your heart. And exhaling, fingertips frame the foot that's on top. So I think that should be the left foot here. Sorry, do forgive me, I did lose it. Whatever foot you've got on top, we're going to frame it. We're going to face it. Gentle bend in the back knee. I want you to keep everything narrow here. Palms, sweep the air. Inhaling, fingertips up. And exhaling, hands to heart center. Release down into a low lunge. Well done. Inhaling, stretch the elbows back, stretch the shoulders. And exhaling, wrap the right arm underneath the left, binding once or twice. Thumbs towards the third eye. Breathe. For 1, for 2, and for 3. Hopefully your toes behind you are curled under. If not, take a moment just to tuck the back toes in. We're going to lift into a higher lunge. Wonderful. Stretch up, maybe slightly back for 1, for 2, and for 3. Lean forward, nicely controlled. 1, 2, and 3. Slide your back foot in and come to rise. Inhaling, stretch your elbows back. And exhaling, palms onto the heart. Relax everything. Well done. Glorious. Inhaling to stretch up and exhaling, circle those arms all the way back, dive towards the ground. Well done. Inhaling to lengthen, exhaling to plant the hands and take back the knees. Glorious. I'm going to take the awareness to the left leg this time, keeping the knee bent. I'm going to stretch up, round through my spine and exhaling, knee towards the nose. Inhaling, stretch up and arch. Exhaling to release. Inhaling to lengthen. Exhaling to round. Last one, inhaling to lengthen and hold. And again, just threading that left knee past the right knee, separating through the feet and walking the fingertips back so that we can find ourselves in our shoelace. So I'm going to turn to face you. And this time we have the right knee on top of the left. Inhaling, spread the fingertips and taking the left arm underneath the right, binding once or twice. Thumbs towards the third eye here. Glorious. We're going to come to release the shoulders by moving the hands away from the face, allowing the shoulders to slide down the spine, gently tilting the chin up for 1, for 2, and for 3. Thumbs towards the third eye. Find some nice cats and cows here. Inhaling up and exhaling to tap. Inhaling to lengthen. Exhaling to round. Inhaling, take flight. And exhaling to ground and hold. Again, completely up to you how far you want to go. And as I said before, for me it's difficult to come out over the knees on this side. So I'm just going to rest the elbows on top of my thigh and find a space to rest my head in between the arms. Take nice calm breaths for 1, for 2, and for 3. Beautiful. Open out, cactus the elbows back, refresh into your heart, and exhaling, fingertips frame the foot that's on top. We're going to lift through the hips, find everything facing towards the back edge of the mat, palms facing up, sweep the earth. Glorious, nice and controlled, maybe a bend in the back knee. Open your elbows and wrap right arm underneath the left, binding once or twice, thumbs towards the forehead. Release your back knee. Well done. Inhaling, maybe gently looking up for 1. And you can always look with your eyes. You don't need to lift your chin for 2. Or maybe even if the eyes are closed, we just take the awareness to the tips of the fingers. And for 3. Beautiful. Gently lean forward. Curl the back toes under if they're not there already. And hover the back knee off the ground, finding your high lunge. Again, maybe a gentle back bend here. Choice is completely yours. Glorious. Stretch forward and slide the back foot in. Well done. Inhaling, open the elbows. And exhaling, sweep the ground down. Take your big toes together, heels apart, find your chair. Glorious. From here, we're going to come to spring up, bringing the right knee in with us. Just like so. Hands at the heart, right knee lifts off the ground. Take a few breaths to stabilize. Beautiful. And then hooking that right foot over the left, we're going to sit into an imaginary chair. Maybe your feet wrap once, maybe they wrap twice, or maybe you just have your toes down on the ground. The choice is completely yours. Inhaling, open the arms. Exhaling, wrap. Thumbs towards the third eye for 1, for 2, and for 3. Spring up. Bring that right knee in with you. Well done. And release, hands at heart center. Toes together, heels apart. Find your chair. Inhaling. Glorious. Small fingers rotating towards one another, or maybe the hands move together. Maybe I look up. Choice is yours. Beautiful. And come to spring up. Bring the left knee in with you, hands towards heart center. Beautiful. Come to wrap. Left thigh over the right. Maybe once, maybe twice. Open the arms. Stabilize. Keep everything glued in. Glorious. Right arm binds underneath the left once or twice. Thumbs towards the third eye. Lower and breathe. Beautiful. Spring up, bring in the knee, hands towards the heart. Well done, super, super well done. One more final one here. I'm going to step the left foot all the way back and turn out, toes out, heels in. We're going to come to sit into our goddess. Inhaling, cactus the arms. Wrap right arm underneath the left, bind once or twice and find the wheel of vitality. Flowing through the right and coming up through the left for 1, for 2, and for 3. Beautiful. Stretch the arms back, open your heart. Glorious. And take the opposite arm, wrap in once or twice this time, and float in through the left to the right for 1. Slow and conscious for 2. Beautiful. Last one for 3. Wonderful. Through the center, squeeze everything lower, 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 lower. Beautiful. And then radiate. Stretch your fingertips, maybe even wriggling through the fingers. Beautiful. And then bringing the hands towards heart center. Well done. Glorious. Come to step towards the front of the mat. Shake out the thighs. Beautiful. And in your own time, just come to relax onto the ground. Stretch out the feet. Maybe give them a gentle shake. Open the chest. And slowly come into recline. Just find constructive rest here. The feet are as wide as the hips. And relax the knees into one another. Tuck your tailbone under. Take as long as you need to here. And then once you feel a certain sense of relaxation in your lower back, you can stretch out your legs and find Shavasana in your own time. That's it for me today. I'll leave you to spread your wings, to fly high, and see you on the next one. Namaste.